Dude, it'd be awesome if I could hear it off my left ear. I would love that so much.
All right, I got the stream up
Are
now.
we
So
okay? Yep, I see it. Are we live? Can they hear sound, or is it you got the sound
yeah,
off right now?
no, we're good to go.
Okay.
All right. So, welcome everybody to the game for tonight for the UFL Second Life Football. Tonight we've got the Cobras as the home team going against the Bills as the visiting team. I've got the Tom Box with me here tonight. How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How you doing? And just a reminder, you got to talk in world too, bro, so the fans out here can hear us.
Hello, there it goes. All right, sorry it wasn't keying up. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, it's still not keying up though, or
You
is
sh
it?
it showed on mine.
It could be that I had the volume down. Try
Yeah,
again.
that's
Say something real
probably
quick.
test
Okay.
test.
Yep. There we go.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, we're good to
All
go.
right, we're good.
All right, so we've got the Cobras and the Bills tonight. Looks like referees are going to be Jason the Lamb resident. We've got Flo Burner. Um, it looks like there's not a third one tonight, so that's going to be all that we've got going as far as referees. Uh, who do you think is going to be able to take this one tonight, Tom?
Well, I mean, we've both seen the Bills play, and we faced the Bills as well. So the Bills have got a competitive edge, I think, coming out against the Cobras. Cobras is still kind of kind of a newer team. They're still trying to get all their stuff going. The Bills, they came from the what's it, the Cowboys, I believe, is where Craven came from, and they kind of moved over, and they've got some pretty good talent. They've got Jaden. Jaden's got those magic hands as we've talked earlier about, and kind of made reference to. So I think it'll be a good matchup. I haven't seen the Cobras play in quite some time, so I don't know if they've made changes. I don't know, what they've been doing there on the practice field. So it's kind of being in the blind right now with them.
Yeah, definitely. So like you said, Bills, myself, that's also who I'd be giving, a little bit of an edge to if I was going to give anybody an edge tonight. They are definitely one of the top teams in the league. And like you said, Cobra's still still getting on their getting all their recruitment done, still trying to get some more players filling out the excess space, that they need. Looks like they do have a full nine, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, so they do have a full nine tonight, which is good. I know that at the near the end of the CFL, they were kind of having issues getting full teams, so good to see that they're going to be able to have a full team out here tonight.
Absolutely. You always hate to see a team play a man down, because that, no matter where you put that, you put that blank spot, you've always got a hole, especially if you start putting them on the line. You've got your line hole, and defenses will exploit that. Then you
Hmm.
put it on a receiver spot, and you're down a receiver. So it definitely hurts there. So it looks
Yeah.
like the Cobras are going to kick. The Bills are going to receive for the first.
Yep. So Bills are going to be taking it first. Looks like one of the Cobras got a little confused on which side. So there we go. He's getting it sorted out now. Uh, Doing the kicking honors. Looks like we've got Herbert Mavendorf. He's been around the league for a while, so it's not a new name whatsoever to anybody that's been around SL football for any while. As far as the Bills go, back deep to receive is who we were talking about, kind of the guy that everybody looks to on that Bills team. We've got Jaden Spot back deep to his left. We've got Zany Lockwood, and to the right, Creven. Um, so Creven being their quarterback and Zany another one of their receivers, but each three of those guys definitely have the ability to move. So this special teams for the Cobras is definitely going to make sure that they have to run down and keep their lanes properly as they go down after the kick.
Absolutely, and I'm actually interested to see, what the Bills have changed, since the last time we played them too. So, both teams, I'm pretty sure both teams have been hard at work. I haven't talked to Craven much recently, but I'm pretty sure those guys have been hard at work. And I don't know if you watched the game last night, but take a moment to talk about the Falcons. Man, they came out to play.
Yeah, they definitely
That's one
did.
team that showed, that they have been practicing. They have been working on stuff and getting things going. So I'm just going to give another quick shout out to the Falcons. Just an amazing game last night.
Yeah, definitely. And like there's a lot of criticism about a lot of things that maybe Baldev or any of the people on that team ever have done, but there's one thing that that guy knows how to do, and he knows how to get people into this league. Even Krevin initially came in, with him from the Korean scene, and through Krevin, that half of this Bills team are people that he happened to know through Gore some way or another. So seeing
Absolutely.
that recruitment going and bringing in the new players and the new faces. A lot of these teams are trying to recruit within the groups that are already established, but a lot of these players are already in those groups for a reason. They're already on their teams. So seeing someone like Baldev who's able to go out there and make connections with other people outside of the Second Life community, or outside of the football community in Second Life, and bring in those extra players, that's really good to see. And they definitely were able to step up and show that they're a different team than they were, you know, even at the beginning of this season during the tournament. So be interesting to see what how well they can do going into the rest of the as the year progresses.
Absolutely. And there seems to be a good bit of a crossover from the Gore community over to, the Second Life football.
Hmm.
If someone is really good at melee and the bows in Gore, it seems that they pick up Second Life football extremely quick. Like I came from Gore as well, and when I first started with the Seahawks back in, season 2 before, the preseason started. And I picked it up pretty quickly. And then I too went to the Falcons and learned from Baldev and things like that. But from what I'm seeing, it's like a lot of crossover from Gore to here, especially with the movement styles. Because you kind of move around the same way, trying to duck and dodge people.
Absolutely.
The same way you do here. You're trying to duck and dodge to get away, from the tackle, whereas there you're trying to get away from that sword that's swinging at you. So, a lot of the big movers and shakers here, I've seen in Gore doing the exact same thing.
Yeah,
So, I see a
exactly.
lot of crossover.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the physics as far as Second Life are concerned are exactly the same, right? So the way your avatar moves, the way that you can shift, the way that you can engage or disengage from a combat in Gore, or get around people in football is very much so the same. But as that opening kick does go, looks like Kreven is going to be the one that takes it, and he gets a really good block right there on the right side by Dante. He tries to cut back into the middle of the field. I think he probably should have kept it up the side. Oh, he still
And
is
he is
not
still
down the
standing,
stumble
and
right
he's
now.
still go.
He
Oh,
actually is
look
gonna,
at
oh my gosh, make it all the way down,
that! Is that
and
juking and jiving that we were just talking
that's
about? And
exactly
he's
what we're
gonna.
talking about. Wow.
Oh man, he's gonna make it all the way for the
I think
touchdown.
he got stumbled like maybe
Touchdown Bills.
four times on that, and then got that stumble sprint there at the end. So
Oh
that
wow,
is
65 yards touchdown.
that's
Amazing.
terribly unfortunate for the Cobras. They did I mean
I
they did get
know.
the stumble. It was there. They just weren't able to quite finish off and get somebody to actually collide with him fully. But nonetheless, really nice moves. Really nice run there by Kreven to open the game up and get this going instantly for the Bills.
Absolutely. I mean, that's one way to get your team pumped and fired up right there is just, return the first time you touch the ball, return it for a touchdown.
Yeah, no joke. Always nice to be able to come out and put some points up instantly. So it looks like Zany's actually going to be the one doing the kicks for the Bills tonight. I don't know if he's normally the one. I believe when we played them, it was still Kreven. So this may be a new change to the team, or maybe they're just, giving him some point after opportunities. We'll see as the game progresses. So 8 minutes, 31 seconds into the game. That's going to bring the score already 7-0 in favor of the visiting Bills.
Man, what a start. What a
Yeah.
start. So now we're going to see what the Cobras are going to do when they receive the ball.
So it looks like Zany is going to be the one doing the kicking honors for tonight. And the Bills over there definitely have a lot of excess players. Looks like they've got 3 on this side, maybe 4. Yeah, 4 on the sidelines. So they've got their full complement of 13 players here tonight. So they'll be moving people in and out as necessary and as they see fit. And that's always definitely something you want to be able to do as a team. If somebody isn't having a good night, you want to be able to get them out of there and get somebody else in that can get the job done.
Exactly, especially here during preseason. Now is the time to be shifting people around, figuring, exactly, who works well under pressure because doing one thing on the practice field, it works and the training and the muscle memory gets there, but when you bring it to the field, things can completely drastically change. So You know, it's always good to have
Absolutely.
extras that you can kind of swap in and out. So Trey Steele's going to be back at the receiver. He's going to roll to the left hand side. He's going to try those juke moves, but he does get taken down right at about the 24-yard line. So the Cobras are going to bring up their offense and see what they can do to cover this green.
Yeah, Trey Still is actually not a bad player. He's the guy. He's their go-to. That's the Cobras go-to man right there, Trey Still. So, Cobras fans out there, you guys are gonna be wanting to keep your eyes on number 81 over there right now. He's split off to the left side by himself. Looks like Dante's the one gonna be providing the coverage on him. But yeah, he's definitely a playmaker. He can get up there and he can catch with a lot of the guys that show up to these pickup games and stuff. So definitely keep your eyes on him.
Outstanding. So as he mentioned, Trey's on the left hand side. We've got Mako and Jasmine on the right. We've got Kane and Mado in the running back positions. So the ball is snapped. Dream's going to roll out. Oh, and he's going to get tackled by Odith. And I don't see a possession circle on him. Do you?
I didn't see one pop up. Uh, so we'll see how that goes. See if
Yeah, actually, Mado
brings.
and Dream looks like both don't have a possession circle.
That's pretty interesting. We'll see if it's interesting that Flo would miss something like that. He.
Oh, and Flo just crashed apparently. So
Oh, so maybe that's what. Yep,
you
I
can't
just
be
saw him
eagle eyes
disappear.
if you crash.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you know, when it all comes down to it, Flo's a good ref. You know,
Oh, absolutely.
he calls what he has to call, and he's not afraid to call it. You know, and those, you know, I had a situation last night where you've just got to make the call and just stick to it. So the snap is gonna go, and looks like he's just gonna try and move it up, but it's just a
Yeah.
pickup of 1 yard.
Still didn't see a possession circle on him that time. Yeah, it looked like that was just a straight quarterback keep all the way. Was gonna try to try off the left edge there, but nothing doing as far as that's concerned.
So we're going to take a real quick moment here to welcome our live stream viewers viewing over the live stream over the internets. Welcome all the fans that are here. It's good to see you guys here. We appreciate you coming out and supporting the UFL.
Absolutely. So looks like the Cobras are gonna stick. It's a third and long situation here, but they're gonna stick with that same two running back set here. Looks like they're giving Flo a minute to get logged in and ready to go. I just seen him pop back in and whirled over there, so likely just waiting on him for now. But the game clock is actually still running, so yeah, and it just expired.
Well,
Interesting to
with
see.
Flo there, Flo was the one controlling the HUD, so nobody
Yeah,
was able
exactly.
to nobody's able to stop it.
Probably throw their seconds back up there once he gets all sorted out and ready to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, as we said, it's a third and long. Looks like about 15, maybe 14 to go. So it's definitely not where you want to be to start the game. Playing behind the sticks already are the Cobras, but hopefully this line and with the two running back sec, the one thing that you can say about it is it does give you the potential to have five blockers to match up with the potential of the five-man rush if you count the middle linebacker and the outside linebackers both coming with the defensive ends there from the middle. Um, so definitely keep an eye out. See if those running backs decide to stay in initially, get a block, and then head out on the routes, or if they just go straight out. Uh, be interesting to see what the Cobras do decide to go with.
Absolutely. And from what we haven't seen too many drives yet, but from what I'm seeing, it's the Bills look like they're playing a little conservative. You know, one or two rushing in pretty hard. Um, and it's going to be hard to tell this early, but like you said, we'll see what to do with those running backs. And that's one thing that we did with the Falcons a little bit is if we were getting rushed really hard, we'd grab that block and then rush out. So
Hmm.
that's when I figured out I need to go to blocking camp. So
There you go. I should probably attend that same camp. My blocking downfield is pretty horrible.
I'll grab Leroy with you and take him.
Oh, Leroy. So it looks like Flo's finally going to get off the field. So it looks like they've got everything sorted out, hopefully now ready to go. And to take the snap still for the Cobras. They're keeping it the same. It's going to be number one Sovereign. Um, so it looks like the play clock just went back into play, so we should see the snap here momentarily. See what the Cobras dial up on this 3rd and long.
Those third long situations are some of the toughest ones. You got that pressure mounting, pounding on you. You've got to get that conversion, and then you've got
Absolutely.
all that extra. So, oh man, and that was almost. Oh, and it's going to turn into an interception there.
Mm.
Dante with the interception there on the left hand side. He had pressure and he just had to chunk it, and that's fortunately for the Cobras, chunked it right to Dante.
Yeah, that's going to be one thing. If you try to throw those quick routes on these Bills, they are used to playing against these high level teams that, um, generally speaking, those quick drop and quick tosses they don't work against, and so they're used to that. So as soon as they tried that, Dante was there to step in front of it and take it away from the intended receiver, which I believe was Trey Steele there. Uh, so Krevin will be taking over with his Bills here on the Cobras 24-yard line.
Oh, and just wide open. Two men there rolling that slant left route and just right into the end zone for the touchdown.
I believe that was
And
Zany.
Craven is running
Yeah.
away from the ball. I think he's stuck in pickup game and scrim mode there.
Yeah, it looks like
I mean,
Zany
I
was the one that was able to handle that touchdown there for the next score here for the Bills.
that's right. Yeah, it's I'm guilty. We make the touchdown. It's like you just want to run back. You're like, oh nope, we gotta get a line for the field goal because we never do it.
And make sure you don't have your receivers get on the lineman balls. Make sure.
That's right.
You will be flagged. That's serious business right there. So sure the Bills won't make that mistake though. Zany's lining up here for the point after. Looks like he puts it up, and that is going to be good. That's going to bring the score now to the Bills 14, Cobras 0, 7 minutes and 16 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. So Trey still back deep again. He's going to be the one that is to receive for the Cobras here. But quickly, let's look at one of our sponsors. We've got Glaze. Glaze is a supplier of Glaze is a supplier of a wide range of slink nails for both men and women. No holds bars. If it fits on a nail, we'll do it. From the unusual wacky styles to the more natural look, including no polish nail appliers. We also offer some slink hand tattoos. So if you guys are looking for your slink appliers for your nails, definitely check out Glaze. I did see that they have Bills versions, they have Dolphins versions. I'm sure the creators are working on getting out all the teams, so make sure you keep your eye on that. Uh, Come out to these games so that you can have your slink nails done to support your favorite team.
No, and now Jeff, you being our resident fashionista, you gonna break out with some for a game?
Oh man. I mean, unfortunately, I don't get to wear my slink during games because they got the scripts in them. So
Oh,
I
that's
can't
right.
put
They're
them
all
on, man.
scripted.
I can't put them on.
Oh,
But
that's right.
otherwise,
That's
I'd be out
right.
there rocking them. I'd be rocking that them
Some dolphin
Dolphins,
nails. Yeah,
some Dolphins nails. I might have to do that if they weren't HUDed. But unfortunately, as is the case, they are HUDed. So that those scripts that are in there disallow us from doing that.
it's a bummer. So Dream's gonna go to the trips right formation here
Yep.
instead of the shotgun formation there. So he's gonna roll back, and it's gonna be a dead ball penalty. I was wondering where the possession
Okay.
circle. I
Okay.
didn't have my nearby chat open up, so it's gonna be a dead ball penalty. More than likely, it's gonna be an false start there on the Cobras. Flow is an eagle eye for those movements.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so drifting, so that
Drifting
means
is
it
going
was
to be the
on
call.
a receiver. Yeah,
Actually, it may have even been Dream himself. I couldn't tell when right before he snapped there, but it looked to me like he was actually pulling backwards off the ball, trying to get a jump on it. Get away from that pressure that is, I mean, absolutely barreling through the Cobras line as of right now. Uh, but unfortunately, he got caught on that one. So you can't do that. You have to remain still as far as offense is concerned before the ball is snapped.
that's right. Yeah, you can't move. So yeah, he's gonna go back to his standard shotgun formation.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he does ask those running backs to his left and to his right sit back and block for him because, like I said, those Bills linemen are coming right through, so he doesn't have a lot of chance to do much um, as of right now within the first 3 seconds.
Absolutely. So, and Rico's just going to smooth right through there, even with the extra blockers, and Zany with the sack there with a loss of 7 yards.
Hmm. No good. He actually did have some room to work with there on the right side, but unfortunately, I believe he was possibly looking at Kane on the right. He had run about a 10-yard out, but the defender there was not having any of that. He definitely covered it up, so Dream had nowhere to go with the football. Tried to cut it back up and maybe do something on his feet, but Zany, good backside contain there and was able to clean it up for that loss.
Dream's going to take the snap. He's going to roll back to his left hand side, ducking and dodging Rico. Rico was right there, and the pass is just going to be outside of his
That was good.
shoulder
That
there.
was a really good placement on that ball. Trey unfortunately was unable to get the proper angle on it. May have been just a little over his head, but definitely a good ball there. You always, as a quarterback, you want to put the ball where only your receiver can get it, and that's definitely what he did there. But on, now a 3rd and 22 situation, you you got to put it where, generally speaking, a defender has a shot at it too, because you can't afford to have another pass go incomplete here. So we'll see what they dial up, and they are going to go with the bunch right formation once again, getting those extra receivers out there. Kimmy wants her own Dolphins player uniform.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. But she wants it with her name.
Yeah, see that. So looks like Dream actually was going to look. He was looking over the middle there. Crevin providing the coverage. It just went a little bit high because Crevin was there in the zone. It, forced Dream to try to throw it up a little bit higher than he wanted to. Went over his intended receiver, I believe. That was Mako Tsunami on that one. He was the closest one in the area, and so that ball's going to fall incomplete, bringing up a 4th and 22. Cobras lining up, electing to punt here. Looks like Zany is going to be doing the returning here for the Bills tonight. And for everybody that is actually on stream, I'm sorry if you're having to hear my sniffling. I tried to switch the settings, but it was about 5 minutes before the game was starting whenever I was going to decided to stream, so I didn't get a chance to set everything up properly. But so it looks like Zany is going to pick that ball up, move down the right side. He's looking for a block, doesn't get one. There he does on the right side, but he's actually going to run right into the block defender, gets stumbled, and finally tackled there by Herbert Mevendorf of the Cobras. A really nice return there, though, by Zany. Really good field position once again starting out here for the Bills, taking over on their own 35-yard line, looking to put another ball into the end zone. I wouldn't be surprised here right now if you actually see Jaden on the left side maybe just streak off down the left side of that field. There's a lot of space over there. See if Crevin and Jaden can't hook up on a streak on that left side.
So it looks like the Cobras are using more of a prevent defense right now instead of the standard 4-3. So the throw's going to be received by Jaden. Jaden's moving up the left hand side. He's got plenty of blockers. See if Trey kind of just ran off the field and missed his tackle, allowing Jaden to get all the way in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Bills.
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly what I figured was going to happen. That left side when it's open like that, that's really one of their kind of go-to things. They have Jaden he'll either run a streak down that left side or he'll just do like a 10 and out type of flag almost type of route. And Crevin, those 10-yard passes, he's pretty good at hitting those. So put it out there, let Jaden go get it, and just let Jaden do it with his feet, getting them yak yards. So that's going to get another score, and pending the point after, going to bring it now to 21-0 in favor of the Bills.
And I'm pretty sure it's I don't know if it's a Dolphins thing, but it seems like almost every Dolphin right now is sick some sort of way. Like I am, you are, Mama V is. I think Cam is the only one that's not affected by the sickness right now.
Oh my gosh. I guess Blaze is probably the only one. I don't think that's been dealing with anything. Maybe Cam. We all know Leroy is just sick mentally, so that's a thing.
We wouldn't know it either because when he keys up, it's
Oh, Leroy. So there's the kick gonna go away for the Bills once again. Trey Still's gonna go just over his head for another touchback. So the Cobras gonna take over again once again on their own 20. Let's look at our next sponsor for the night. We've got the Tigers Dance Team. The Tigers Dance Team is an elite, one-of-a-kind team, strikes fear, awe, respect, and envy into the heart of the competition across the grid. Never ceasing to amaze a crowd, they bring high-energy talent and fun to every event. Don't miss this rare opportunity. Contact Samantha Monday Lane or Shay Harcourt to book a performance or to join the hottest upcoming dance SL team or dance team, excuse me, NSL. So once again, Cobra's taking over on their own 20, and Cobra's electing to go back to that two running back set.
So it looks like the Bills did not bite on that fake handoff
Not at all.
whatsoever, and it's going to get taken down. Gets tackled by Jazzy there for the loss of 5 yards. Now that I don't know if that. I mean, it might not have been a purposeful fake handoff because that running back bumped into him purposefully, so it looked like maybe the handoff was missed,
Yeah, and the
and
running backs
that's
also,
what
I mean,
happened.
excuse me, yeah, the linemen also seemed like they were trying to zone off to the right side there. So it did look like it was intended to go that way. Maybe just the busted play. Dream trying to do something with it himself. Unfortunately, Jazzy did stay home on that backside and was able to stop anything from happening there.
So, right, so Dream's going to roll out to his right, and he's got Bills all and he just gets sandwiched by Bills with Odith getting the tackle there. Another loss of 5 yards. So third and days here, 3rd and 20 here at the Cobras 9 yard line. You've got that back against your own end zone right there, and that makes things tough.
Yeah, absolutely. These Cobra linemen are gonna have to find a way to start at least slowing down these Bills. I mean, they're just rushing straight forward, and unfortunately for Dream, that means he has zero time to react and get the ball out, and his receivers have no time to get open. So hopefully they can get that sorted. Mm,
Oh, yeah. His linemen, I was paying specific attention right there to the line, and they're just getting right through there. I think one
yeah.
got blocked, so I mean, yeah, linemen's got to kind of figure out what they've got to do to get that locked down, to get that going. And as on a previous game, we were talking about how crucial the line is, and just how you know, now this wasn't me talking because I'm a lineman, so I can talk about linemen, but my other announcer was talking about how crucial that line is of getting these plays going, and I mean and as we're seeing here, it's ringing true because it can make or break your offensive drive if your lineman
Absolutely.
is not getting those blocks.
Yeah, and I mean, as far as linemen go, I mean, we've definitely heard it many times from our quarterback Cam. He wouldn't trade his line for anybody in the league because he knows how important it is to get those blocks and allow him that space to move. Uh, oh, that is not a very good punt whatsoever by Herbert. That's not good at all. That's only about a 30-yard punt, so the Bills are now going to take over in great field position. Going to have the ball
Absolutely, and you
on
don't
the
want to give the
Cobras in
Bills that.
midfield. No
Yeah,
way.
you don't want to give the Bills that field position right there. That's just asking for them to just run up and touchdown. So Bills are going to line up with a triple F formation: Pater, Keys, and Zaney on the left hand side. We've got Dre and Dante on the right. Craven's going to take the snap. He's going to roll to his left hand side, and it's going to be a dead ball
Looked like he
penalty.
pulled off a
So
little early
yeah,
that time, I
looks like he
think.
did it. Yep.
And that defense that the Cobras is running, they're definitely going to want to look at changing that. Right there, they had the 4-2-1 out, and that is a defense that is meant to load the box when you're playing against a running team. And the Bills definitely not one of the teams that are looking to run the ball, definitely looking to pass it. And if they don't get any extra coverage to help that cornerback over on the left side, on the Bills' left side of the formation, the Cobras' right side, Jaden or Zaney are going to be able to just streak down the field every single play, and there's no way he can cover both. So they're going to need to definitely change that up to get some extra safety coverage over there, or it's going to be a long day for that defense.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Or with the Mercer rule, it might be a short day.
Either way you look at it.
That's right. That's right. I'm definitely being asked to say something on stream, and it's fine. So I will say this. Thumper is the best. So there's your shout out, Thumper.
Snipe
I told
wanted
her I gave a
Snipe
Falcon
wanted
shout
some
out earlier.
non-PG shout outs apparently, but he's not getting that.
Yeah, well, from what I see, man, the stream
Quit.
is definitely more, more like rated R area sometimes because they cut up in there, but we got to try to keep things at least PG, at least moderate as the sim goes. But it's like After Dark is over here on the live stream, and we've got in world is kind of more calm and
Yeah, so it looks like, knowing Krevin and his personality, I can pretty much guarantee you he's trying to get a full explanation out of Flo on why that was uh, oh, so it's an
oh, that's a
illegal
different one.
offensive line. So, again, this was explained in one of the previous games that I believe that maybe Kat was commentating. I think she was the one that was talking about it. You make sure that when you switch a lineman into the game, you have to let the refs know that that person is a lineman and not an eligible receiver, so that they can notate it on their HUDs. Otherwise, that is an illegal line. Um, and so, yeah, definitely make sure that you're checking in your lineman there. So it looks like the Cobras are going to switch up to that prevent defense. It's actually going to give them three high safeties, but that's also going to allow Krevin all kinds of room to run. He decides not to run it. He does put the ball up into the middle of the field. That is going to be Dre Courts coming across the middle on an elongated post route there. Great pass, great catch there. Big pickup for the Bills.
That's right. Craven had all day long out there, on that left hand side. He just kind of rolled out, and if I saw right, he was just kind of just sitting there waiting for people to
Yeah,
open up. And as
absolutely
a
no
as a
pressure.
as a defensive lineman, I don't ever want to see the quarterback I'm going after just stand still. That means I did not do my job. So Craven's going to roll back, roll right. Oh, he's going to hit the corner. Oh, and it's a incomplete pass with Dante as his intended receiver there,
Looks like my settings
and
now
he was
slowing
wide
down
open there in the
here.
corner, like absolutely wide open.
I updated to that new alchemy and I didn't haven't messed with all my settings yet, so people keep things keep disappearing. I need to go and fix that, whatever's causing that. So Krevin does take this snap as well, rolls off
Gotcha.
to the right side. He's got a couple receivers completely wide open, chucks it up over there. That is going to be
Two there on the right
Dre.
hand side. Once
Yeah,
more.
that's
Yeah.
Dre and Dante. Either one of them were going to be the ones that caught it. So and Dre is the one that does come down with that. So easy pitch and catch there for Krevin and the Bills.
Yeah, so one thing I'd like to see the Cobras do is, work on those corners and have that cornerback shoot out, to stay to the outside of those receivers so they can't push that corner that corner play like that. So, hopefully during, halftime that, they'll talk about that and figure that out and get that adjusted. So,
Well, so that extra point is going to be good. So we are now looking at, the scoreboard is actually messed up for me. So we are looking at now it is 27-0 in favor of the Bills. Um, Unfortunately for the Cobras, they're going to have to get something figured out defensively as well as offensively, get the ball moving in their direction, in their favor, um, or this is going to get pretty out of hand pretty quickly. But looking at one of our next sponsors here, we've got Geek. Geek is known for its unique and creative accessories and hair, often inspired by my personal interests, nostalgia, and current. 100% all original mesh, customers can be confident in their shopping experience for originality. So make sure you guys check out the Geek main store.
and just a little quick correction there. It's going to be 28-0.
Oh,
28.
okay. I can't count. I blame the
It's okay.
meds.
It's all right. Yeah, I blame him. I can't even hear anything out of my left ear. So,
So it looks like Flo was having an issue. He just had to reattach his HUD. Looks like everything's good to go. The ball's been put back into play now. And once again, Bills seem like they're just kind of rotating in players in and out, making sure everybody sees the field a little bit. And that's always good to see. You don't want to ever have a team that has this many people, and you don't want anybody to have to ride the bench, the whole entire game. You want to be able to try to get everybody some playing time, especially when you start getting a lead like this. So definitely
absolutely.
good on them for being able to get their guys in there and get them some playing time. And it looks like Zany and the Bills are ready to send this ball off for the next kickoff.
Absolutely. And it's also good to see the team switching in and out, like, internal positions within their nine that are already there. I
Hmm.
know that we do that sometimes, just to change stuff up. And so, having the people extras on the sideline to swap in and out and get them some time is always good.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
And it looks like the kick is going to be out, but it's going to go out of bounds. Or
hmm
correction, it's going to go out the back of the end zone for a touchback.
yeah, it's interesting that the Cobras left and right deep men are not choosing to pull off the balls backwards at all. They're actually just standing still. And if you do that, if even you get a 95% kick, you have no chance. The middle deep guy has no chance to get back there and get the ball. So maybe they're happy with the touchbacks, or maybe they just didn't
All right,
realize
and a
that.
little handoff up to
Oh
the
wow,
center, and Mako's just gonna just kind of run right into the defender there. He gets tackled by Craven with a pickup of 4 yards.
nice
So
pickup
we do
though.
have some
Positive
positive
yardage.
gains.
Yeah, there we go.
That's right.
They're getting it figured out, and actually had a really nice hole there to run through. Did Mako? So there's some good job blocking there on the line. Looks like they're starting to get things figured out here. So see if they can continue with that momentum right now. Trey still needs to be careful over there on the left side. He's looking straight into the middle of the field, and flow might get him on a facing.
So Dream's going to take the snap and instantly starts trying to shoot up that left outside, but he's going to get tackled by Oath. He's going to pick up 1 yard. So, I mean, if you're scraping and crawling and getting those small
Positive.
yards, I mean, if it's positive and you can get the 10 out of the 4, then it works.
Kudos. If it's a
Yeah,
positive gain, it's
exactly.
a positive gain. So definitely making it a little bit more manageable third down here, 3rd and 5, which is a lot better than they've had thus far going into third down. So it looks like a flow on the field. There was a dead ball penalty, yeah. So that he may actually be getting Trey still 4 facing on that. Like I was saying, he was almost turned entirely around, and you have to make sure that your avatar is facing forward as a offensive player, but that's not it. He's actually going to get a false start, so maybe one of the guys just got a little bit antsy and pulled off the ball before he snapped it. So that's going to bring back that 2nd down 1 yard run, and that's actually going to be now 2nd and 9 to go.
Which is still
Manageable.
better position, than
It's not.
they've had back in the 20.
Yeah, you're not behind the sticks, and that's what you always want to make sure you're
Yeah,
keeping away from. You don't want to play from behind the sticks.
that's right. Those penalties can definitely stack up and can hurt you. So it looks like he's going to go, and he changes it back to his standard, 2 running backs on his left-hand side shotgun formation. I'm drawing a blank on actually what that formation is called. Maybe, Jeff, you know that one. I don't see the HUD much anymore.
Uh, I have no idea. I don't ever pick anything but bunch left or bunch right. So he's going to take that snap, go forward, try to get those yards back, but nothing doing. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. So much more manageable than the last third downs. But yeah, I have no idea what that thing is called. I only really ever quarterback in the pickup games, and I only ever pick either shotgun, bunch left, or bunch right. That's pretty much the only thing I pick.
Yeah, so it looks like I'm being told that that's going to be the shotgun to right formation is what they were just forming up in. So
Oh,
I
two
guess that
R, two
notifies
maybe
the
two running backs, maybe
yeah maybe
two running
that's
back.
it.
Ah, yeah.
So it looks like he's going to call up the trips right formation for this,
Trey
and the
still was a little
Bills with a
confused on what he
standard
wanted to
4-3
do there.
formation.
Yeah, I doubt we'll see them switching any of that up here tonight.
Yeah, they're kind of like Gus. They just kind of stick to exactly what they do and they just kind of roll with it. So Rico's
If
right
it
on the
ain't
left
broke,
hand
don't fix
side.
it.
Exactly. So Dream's going to take the snap. He's going to roll far back. Oh, and almost get sacked there. And he's going to be completed right there in the middle by Dr. Neurotic. And he's going to be moving up. He's still on his feet and going to get a nice pickup for 35 yards. Going to bring it 1st and 10 at the Cobras 45. So,
There's Trey Still showing up, the playmaker. I was telling
yep.
you, you guys got to keep your eyes on him. He can definitely snag some balls out of the air. He's not a terrible player by any means whatsoever. He's very, very good. He has a set of hands on him, and he can actually move after the run as well. So, or after the catch, excuse me. So you did see he made a little juke there to kind of catch that corner and get some good yak yardage there for his quarterback. So good to see there. Good job on the Cobras getting these things rolling right now.
And it's really good to see him getting back. Oh, and
Oh.
uh, is that going to be an interception? Oh, it
No, he
was.
threw it into
Oh, okay.
his running
Yep.
back Herbert. Herbert was, as a lineman, you know what it is. When your
Yep.
quarterback is dropping back, you can't follow the quarterback. You got to make sure that
That's
you
right.
know where you're going, and you got to keep
Yeah,
that
you
distance.
can't hug up with your quarterback, or
No,
you're
sir,
gonna
not
get
at all.
that block, and that's one reason. I don't know if anybody else does this, but I shorten my height because I'm a lineman. So that way Cam can if I am right there next to him, he can get the ball over my head.
hmm A little bit easier trajectory.
So that's going to be an ineligible receiver, as we know, on the home team. So the Bills are going to decline the penalty, which is going to make that big tackle stand. So
Yeah,
they're
definitely
going to
smart on
lose a
them for
bunch of
that.
yardage.
Otherwise, I mean, the Bills have no reason to accept that penalty, right? It's only a
Oh,
10-yard
absolutely.
penalty, so you're giving them first down still, and then only 10-yard loss, whereas they got a larger sack and a loss of the down. So good
That's
on the
right.
Bills for knowing to go ahead and decline that one. And it looks like Dream is going to go ahead and res out that bunch left formation this time. He's got the three to his left, and then the two to his right. Looks like I might be having an issue here with one of the Cobra linemen here. Yep, they're gonna have to take a timeout. I bet you he may have crashed here. Um, Unable to get on his ball. It'd be Shadow Wolf here in the middle of the field.
And hopefully they can get him back pretty quick because that's once you know you don't want to drop a man down against the Bills. Against one of these higher caliber teams, you don't want to play down a man. All right, so
Absolutely.
it looks like Flo's dragging him off. One of my favorite tools in my inventory is called the gravity tool.
That grab gun OP.
That's right. Well, it's like I like dropping people in our dolphin tank.
I have to say, I do really like the design on these new Cobras uniforms for the season. This is really sharp. These helmets are really
I
nice.
I agree. I agree. They look nice. I wonder who made those. I wonder if we know him.
Hmm. Wonder if I know that guy.
Yeah, I know that little guy.
He's probably a mean little guy anyway.
He is. I mean, he can be quite mean.
So it looks like Cobras are going to go ahead and get lined up ready to go here. So that player was crashed. It looks like they're going to go ahead and elect to keep their five receivers and play one lineman down. Not sure I agree with that, if that is what they
I
choose to
would
do.
definitely would not have gone with that either, especially with these
Um,
Bills rushing in because you just opened up
that
a
whole
lane
left
for
side.
Rico right there. Yeah,
Rico, you can guarantee right now Rico is pinning her ears back and is ready to just come flying in.
absolutely, absolutely. I'd be the same
She's
exact
tasting
way.
blood right now.
She is ready. So yeah, I'd be the same way. I'd be going. Just rough, just waiting, and
And
and just as Rico's hauling butt in there, Dream's rolling out to the left side. He's going to throw the ball up, and it's going to be a crowd of Bills to catch it. Dre with the interception there, and he's going to get some yardage
he's
and
gone.
yardage, and he's gone.
Picked up some really nice blocks there. That was really good on his
Exactly.
team. He probably made the call out in their team speak, or excuse me, their
Touchdown
mumble.
Bills.
Let
Nice
him
pick
know.
six.
Get them blocks for him. He picked up two or three almost as soon as he caught it, and that just opened up that whole side of the field. Nobody there left to defend it.
Absolutely. And he just covered the green and just made it down. So fantastic pick six there. Another tough break for the Cobras. He was under heavy pressure, put the ball up, and just happened to be a sea of Bills there.
Do you know that guy, Jinx? Do you know that little guy? I don't think you do. I think you're lying. You're a liar, Jinx. Extra
You
points
know,
good.
I'm
35-0 in favor of the Bills.
I'm fighting the urge to play the "that's my quarterback" gesture. That's my quarterback sniff.
Take a minute. Look at our next sponsor. We've got SL Live Radio. SL Live Radio is your oh, is your virtual life's #1 radio station in true HD quality, offering the hottest DJs spinning the freshest mixes on the grid live. It's SL Live Radio. SL Live is radio for your second life. For more information, you can contact Esme Capello or Thorn and L. Hope I said those right. I'm sorry if I didn't.
And we forgot how to word.
Yeah,
Blame it on the
yeah.
meds.
For sure, for sure. So it looks like Trey is going to pull off to the left side of his ball this time, hopefully thinking that Zaney is going to try to put it over to their left, the Bills' right side of the formation this time, and maybe try to give himself a little bit of an edge. But if Zaney is paying attention, he'll just kick it the other way. And again, their guys aren't really pulling off the balls, so We'll see, but this actually should be returnable. It is. Trey Steele's going to pick it up right at the 1 yard line. Going to go ahead and take it up the field. He's not waiting on his blockers. Cuts to the right side of the formation. Is running backwards. He just
Running
lost
incredibly backwards with
about
a loss of
15 yards. He was
ouch.
almost
He's
up to the
just
25-yard line and then
oh,
just
and
not
zany with the
sure.
celebration dance.
Yeah,
I don't know if you caught that one.
yeah, I did. I'm not sure if he paid was really well off to do that. That was questionable decision, but it looks like Dream is going to go ahead and tell one of his receivers, all right, you're going to have to get on the line and block for me. So they are missing a receiver on that left side of the formation this time, but at least they'll have a little bit more protection.
Jinx, you and me, we're done. We're not friends anymore.
Taking the snap is Dream. He tries to walk forward, but there's a dead ball penalty coming across. It's really unfortunate because as it stands right here, I believe if it's a 5 yarder, that'll actually be the full 5 yards instead of a half the distance penalty,
It
depending.
will be. I believe the half the distance starts at the 5, does it not?
I'm not sure how they implemented it here in the UFL, so we'll have to wait and see what the call is on that.
I guess I should find that out as I'm a ref.
Maybe. I don't know, that could be pertinent information. Just
Yeah, that might be something to know.
teleporting onto the field, that's actually going to be a
Oh, that's a
15-yard
15
penalty,
yard penalty.
which is a personal foul and loss of a down. So this is going to be a half the distance, which means it's going to back up to about the 4.5. Probably just throw it on the 5 yard line. But they are going to also lose that down. So it's going to go down to
Ouch.
2nd and 15, maybe 16 to go from your own 5. Not a situation you want to be in if you're the Cobras.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And Jinx, I'm just jinxing you, just joshing you, just matting you. I don't know if you saw the comment there in the live stream chat yet, Hefe, but apparently you're really good at this commentating stuff, and I'm just sitting there like, what? What am I, just chop liver?
Yeah, I'm
Like,
watching it,
what
but
the?
I decided not to comment on it because knowing Jinx, she was being mean and sarcastic because she hates me.
Oh man. And quick little shout out. I'm getting some instant messages saying, "Hey, and what's up?" So what's up, Viper? Thanks for joining in on the stream, watching the game. Vipers with the Falcons. One of the players with the wearing the red, wearing the dirty bird.
So our next sponsor we've got is Blueberry. Blueberry is an original clothing store for women made by a woman with a passion for art. That woman is Mishy Piers. Shout out to her. She was actually on the front page of Second Life Marketplace today. So kudos to Mishy and Blueberry.
Wow, that's really awesome.
Yeah, getting it done. Actually made some really amazing cleats. You guys that are in the football community definitely be looking out for those to drop in the combatant store. Little work she did there with Kobe and those guys, those designers over at Combatant. Those things look really nice. Actually, a few of the Bills do have their cleats already, so definitely check those out when you guys get a chance.
And why don't we?
Yeah, well, we need to talk to that mean little guy we were talking about earlier. I think we need to talk to that mean little guy.
I wholeheartedly agree. So that penalty setting him back, hurting him. I mean, he dreams in shotgun formation in his own end zone. Oh Jesus Christ, my phone is going crazy. So we've got Dream back in the end zone. Looks like their player is back. Dream's gonna run it up just to
Mm.
get. Ouch,
As far as the
ouch.
field says, he got out. Looking at this ball right here, it looks to me like it's actually touching over the line. So if the Bills wanted, they could uh, get Flo to take a look at that, but I doubt they're going to. They'll probably just play it out and just bring the house right now and see if they can't get him. No, they're
That's right.
gonna.
Yeah, I mean, from
Flo's
what
gonna
I
come take a look at it right now on his
Yeah,
own.
absolutely. Yeah, Flo's an eagle eye. He's going to come look at it no matter what. And from
Yep.
from what I'm looking at, if I was officiating out there, I'd have to call it because I mean the tip of the ball is over the
Tip of the
line.
ball is definitely over the line, as you can see on the live stream. Everybody right here is definitely hanging over. So I would not be surprised to see Flo go ahead and turn that into a safety in favor of the Bills here. But we'll see exactly what he determines he's gonna do. So while they get this taken care of, let's look at our next UFL sponsor. We've got A&A Designs featuring Diamante. Are you looking for that special piece of jewelry, whether it is elegant or trendy, formal or a wedding? Come along Diamante A&A's very own jewelry line and see what we have for you. Or are you looking for sleek enhancement add-ons? We carry both a wide range of nails and shoes that will complete any outfit. While you are there, don't forget to check out the A&A to find out the perfect gift for that perfect someone. Diamante and A&A, because life is your creativity. So it looks like Flo is definitely taking his time, making sure he's going to get this call right here before they move on any further. Definitely good to see him making sure that he's got it right. Um, before he forces something of that nature to go through.
Absolutely. And I mean, and props to the refs and anybody that volunteers and steps up to referee, because I mean, you guys got to make some really tough calls sometimes. That you got to get out there on the field and basically, remember that you don't have friends right now. You're with the UFL. You're making sure that a fair game is played between both teams, and sometimes players jump in your iron box after you make a call and start getting after you about it. You just have to shut them out, because
Yeah, for
you
sure.
can't let people influence your decision, things like that. So it's a really tough place to put yourself.
Hmm. Yeah, so go ahead and take a look at our next UFL sponsor. We've got What Radio. When you want to hear the newest in hip hop and rap from the East Coast to the West Coast to the Dirty South, tune in to What Radio, Second Life's premier hip hop radio station. Either visit www.whatradio.com or grab that stream and add it directly to your land. What Radio, where hip hop don't stop, a division of Macchiato Media. So it looks like he is going to go ahead and enforce that safety there. Looks like he's just trying to figure out how he wants to go about moving the position of the ball. Um,
Well, the easiest I think would be to revert the play
and just
and
have him
then
be
uh,
tackled.
and then have him be tackled. Yeah,
Or
I
just
mean,
snap it from here and let him run out of the back of the end zone either way.
throw Flo a little help there. Yeah, I mean, I'm I'm looking at it on the ground level right now, like just lined up, and gosh, that ball is
There's no half
just
yard line about that. That's in
yeah.
there.
I mean, it's just barely over the line. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's the right call. Flo calling the calling the safety there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jason Black's going to join him on the field here, give him a little backup. Because as I experienced yesterday, it's not a good time on the field when you call something like that. Because I had to call I had to call a touchdown last night, and it's tensions are high during these games, so it's always good to have your referees backing each other up, and that's one of the biggest things that we focus on is regardless of the final decision on the call, we back each other up. So that's a big thing.
Yeah, definitely. So it looks like the most of the Bills players are over here ready to just kind of get this moving, and referees kind of having a debate on how they want to go about making this happen. Either that, or it's also a huge possibility that the Cobras don't necessarily want to have to take a safety, so they could be trying to plead their case here and tell Flo
Absolutely.
they don't want that, they want it to be overturned, they want Jason out here to get another look at it, and so be just wait on these guys and see what it is that they do determine to do.
And it looks like they just loaded up the shotgun formation, so that could either be like what you just said. They could be snapping real quick for a sack, to get the safety on online, or they could be playing it out. I just want to real quick welcome the new viewers here in the live stream chat. I can see them kind of popping in a chat here and there. Appreciate you guys joining in.
We got that boy Pone Code hanging out over there. What's up, little Pone Code?
Oh,
You
what's up,
doing?
little buddy? So it looks like the safety did stand. They did go ahead and award the safety, and that's gonna bring the score to 37. Bills, Cobras 0.
Yep.
Cobras are gonna line up on the 20 to punt the ball away.
And
Correction, they're gonna kick the
there's
ball away.
actually the second quarter has really just pretty much started. So 8:22 left to go. Wouldn't be surprised if we do see the what's that thing called?
I I don't know where you're going with that one. I was reading an IM from Flo.
Where you run the clock, the mercy roll. There we go.
There,
Wow.
there we go.
Whew, too many medications, I'm telling you. Um, be interesting to see, when that does come into effect, if it does. Looks like there's a flag on the play before they kick. I think Herbert actually ran by the ball and didn't actually kick it. So Dante picked the ball up, but he needs to just get tackled because it's not
Yeah,
going to
because
be
it
any
is a dead
good.
ball penalty.
Yeah,
And the
it's a dead
play
ball.
Flo is trying to stop everything, but he's gonna just take it all the way and make Flo revert it. Oh no, wait, he ran it. What is he doing?
Just
Get
needs to run,
tackled.
he just needs to run out of bounds real quick with it so that they can. Oh, they stopped the play, so we're good.
There it goes. Now I just have to revert that play. There he goes. Old Dante. Now, was that just a play stop, or was that actually a penalty? Because they just moved the. Okay, no, the flag was thrown on that one, and it looks like, yep, offsides, home
Yep,
team.
there it
Ouch.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think Herbert
I think we all
actually,
saw that one coming.
yeah, Herbert kind of ran past the ball. It looked like I was paying attention to him down the field a little bit. I'm actually cammed in on Dre here, who is deep to receive, but was watching him, and he actually had to turn back around and then go kick it again. And so I imagine likely, once you step over that line on the kickoff, yeah, it's immediately considered offsides plays. So they're not helping themselves out right now.
So just as a correction, this voice right here that you're hearing is the voice of Tom. I'm not the super heavily medicated. That's going to be my teammate and my friend here sitting next to me. That's Jeff. So he's the heavy medicated one,
Yes,
forgetting how to word, but I'm
yes.
forgetting how to word too. So
Dre is gonna take
so
that to the
Dre's
right
gonna
side. Oh, he gets stumbled
he's gonna
trying to pick up the block.
and
Oh,
he's
he's gonna
going
get the
and it's a
fumble. It's gonna pop
fumble.
out.
Oh, and it's just gonna sit there,
Kind of
and
just
Otis is
sat there
gonna
for a while before
cover it.
Otis was able to disengage from the block. That was funny. Everybody was engaged in a block on the backside there, so the ball just kind of hung out for a few seconds, which doesn't normally happen. Usually, you got like
No,
four or
you
five
don't see
people
that
kicking it
often.
around before it becomes
Exactly.
able to be picked up again. But good on Otis, heads up play to be able to get over there and pick the ball back up for his team. So the Bills will take over on the Cobra 44-yard line, 43-yard line. Once again, the Cobras look like they're going to go ahead and elect to stick with that prevent with three high safety. But the problem with that is that if Crevin decides, I mean, he's going to have all day to run. So we'll see what he does draw up here. Moving off to the left side of the formation. He's got somebody wide open on the left side, and that's exactly where he's going to put it. But, oh, Trey Steele's going to come over and
Oh,
jump right in
Trey's gonna grab
front
the
of the ball.
interception.
He's going to pull that
Oh,
right out of number 13, Lieber Pater's
that
hands. He
that
just
was
read that
gorgeous.
very beautifully. Trey Steele coming up big for his team right now. Oh, there is a flag on the play though. That could be potentially very bad for the Cobras after such a big momentum play like that. Trey still just jumped that route really, really well. Pater had absolutely no reaction to the ball and just got it stolen right out of his hands. So we'll see what the call is here if it's something that the Cobras can potentially decline. No, it's not. I don't know what the call was. He didn't say. Oh, there was a pass interference. Okay, so somebody, a pass interference, in Second Life, in Second Life in the UFL, there's no pass interference called for bumping into somebody, but what that is beyond 7 yards, a defender is not allowed to engage in a block with one of the receivers. So what had happened was is somebody had accidentally beyond 7 yards engaged into a block with one of the receivers, causing them to be stuck in place, and that is the pass interference call. So that's something unfortunate for Trey Steele and the Cobras, as that was an amazing play on his end. He was obviously not the one that did it, and it had absolutely no effect on the actual play. But it is illegal. You're not allowed to do it. It was probably on the backside there, I do believe. And unfortunately for the Cobras, that's going to lose them that interception, and it's going to set the Bills up even closer to the end zone.
Absolutely, and that's a tough break because he was able to snag that ball. I mean, it was just one of the best interceptions that I've seen in a while, and then
Yeah, that
just to
was
have that
beautiful.
ripped from him, just to have it ripped away from him. That's oh man, that's a tough one. So, I mean, and there's an automatic thing that shows us, when you're refereeing, that's going to pop up and say when a block like that happens, and it's up to the ref to figure out when exactly that happened. So with it being on the home team, with it being on one of the Cobra players, Flo had to figure out exactly when that occurred, because if it occurred after the interception happened, then it's valid because then he's blocking to get his moves up, to get his player up. But if it happened, while the ball was in the air, or before he threw it, then that's what's going to bite him in the butt.
Absolutely.
So Flo with a great officiating there. So
Yeah, just really unfortunate because again, that had that pass interference had absolutely no effect on the actual play at hand. While my cat knocks things over, had no effect on actually the play. That was an amazing single person effort by um, by Trey Steele. Just jumped right in front of Pater, and Pater again he had no reaction to the ball and just got it completely taken away from him. And unfortunately for Trey and the Cobras on the other side of the field, somebody accidentally had blocked one of the receivers. So that's going to get called back. They are going to stick with that prevent defense, and they're going to test it once again, see if Trey can't play on that three wide receiver side of the field and maybe get himself another pick here. So Krevin does snap the ball, rolls off to the left side. He's got all day to run. Like I said, he gives himself a little bit of
and
a
the
pump
pump
fake.
fakes.
The
Oh, and he's
pump
gonna
fake
juke
coming
around,
in
and he's got Trey
big.
Steele. And
He
he's
runs
gonna keep
back
the first down.
runs back across the first down marker initially, but paid more attention, knew he needed to get forward, and kept the first down for himself. Shout out to the pump fake. That is so good, I guess. Um, and
Pump fake
just being a
hype.
little being a little flashy there on the run. They are going to go bunch right this time, and again, like I said, that's what I figured they would do. They're just going to move Trey still to the right, to the side with the three receivers each time, seeing if he can't find someone.
On some more pump fake there, and he's gonna go up to the middle.
There's a
He's gonna get
flag on this
taken down.
play.
Oh boy.
See what that was
He's
about.
gonna pick up a 5 yards, but we'll see if that gets pulled back.
Yeah, the clock's been paused because there was a flag, so that was not a dead ball penalty. So maybe that's something on the defense somehow. Maybe one of them was hanging over the line a little bit at the start of the play. But yeah, maybe that's something we could have let go at this point. I'm not sure. So we'll see.
And it looks like the ball is put back in place. So it looks like no penalty is going to be assessed there.
Yeah, just gonna
So
pick that one up.
usually Flo's just kind of checking things in and making sure he could have been talking about the pump fake. So Craven's going to roll to his right hand side. He's got Mato right there coming in, closing him in. Craven with the pump fake as he continues dropping back deep. He's got two receivers in the corner,
He's just gonna run it
and he's just
himself.
going
He's
to
got
choose
all
to
day
run
in
it.
front of him.
He's got a pump
I think
fake
he's
his
just
way
trying to
in
get
for
as
the
many pump fakes
touchdown.
in as he possibly could before rolling into the end zone on that one. So that was a pretty easy decision to make. Like I said, that is the biggest downfall with the prevent defense is it just doesn't put enough defenders in the box to really stop the run if that's something that your quarterback does decide to do. And he did will go ahead and take it there. Nice run. And that's going to bring the score pending Zany's point after 44-0.
And, you know, Craven throwing up that pump fake swag. And as predicted, the extra point is good. 44-0. Bills over the Cobras.
So for anybody that is unaware of the way that the mercy rule works, once the score reaches a differential of 55 points, the clock will no longer stop. Now that was a functionality in the field that was not working in the last two games that it should have applied in. So we'll see if the referees decide to just manually run the clock themselves, which generally speaking is what should happen. It didn't happen in the last two games that it should have applied, but we'll see if that's what they elect to do here, as the script in the field that causes the clock to continuously run at that point does not seem to be working at the moment. So we'll have to keep our eye
And
on
that's
that.
been something that's been going on since the CFL as
Yep,
well.
yep.
So, and I know our scripter, I know Trey's working on that. But yeah, that's something we've been doing since the CFL, because I remember reffing and actually having to manually, you know, engage the time clock and run the time clock for the mercy rule. But for some reason, when the fourth quarter clicked in, it finally picked up and went and going fine. So I'm not a scripter. I'm on the other side of the IT field, so I'm not even gonna speculate as to what's going on there. So Zany's gonna kick. He's gonna put it to their right hand side, to the Cobras' left hand side, and it's gonna bounce out for a touchback. Cobras are gonna bring their offense out and start at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, so Dream gonna come back out here. He's gonna have that same set, two running backs with him back in the shotgun there. So hopefully he can get some blocking done for him here, and he can get some time to throw the ball up and get some positive yards. Like I said, when he does get the ball up to Trey still does have some hands and he can make some things happen. So we'll see if that's who he's looking for on this play.
So they've got the same setup there. Trey Sill on the left, Kane and Mako on the right hand side. Jasmine and Mado there lined up to his left and his right in the running back positions. We've got Shadow Wolf, Herbert, and Thunder Guy there lined up as his linemen. And we should see a snap here just shortly. And there's the snap. Dream's going to drop back. He's going to roll to the right hand side,
Dead
and there's
ball
going to be a
penalty.
dead ball penalty. And these penalties will eat a team up, and it would. And I mean, I've seen it. I've been there in it. You know, penalties can really kill your drive too. Like
Yeah,
if you've
definitely.
got a really good drive and you're trying to push forward and you just keep getting penalized back and forth, it really penalties can be demoralizing for a team.
Yeah,
So it looks like
absolutely.
it's gonna be a drifting call home team for the 5 yard penalty. So that's gonna drop them back to even another.
Yep, so they're going to lose the 5 there. They're going to keep the first down at least, so that's going to be first and 15. But again, playing behind the sticks is not something that you want to do ever in any situation as far as football is concerned. At any level, playing behind the sticks just makes it that much harder for you to keep the ball in your hands and out of the opposing team's hands.
Absolutely. So they've got to do some. You know, they've got to get some things down to stop that drifting call, that because that hurts, and I'm pretty sure that's one of the most commonly called, you know, penalties. So Dream's going to roll to his left. He's going to hand off to the right hand side, but he's not going to get anywhere. Jaden's going to take him down, and with a gain of no yards. So it's going to bring up second and 15 at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, interesting to note, Jaden actually came in. It looked like he actually knew exactly what was going to happen on that play because, generally speaking, the outside linebackers are going to kind of peel outside for containment, but he kind of came in on that one, kind of playing for the run, I think. So that's going to bring up second and 15. They're going to res out that bunch formation to the right. Oh, what a pass and a catch. That's actually going to be Jasmine Trice showing up big here for her team. Really nicely done there. That's going to be a good completion there for 20 yards. Get them a new set of downs here. First and 10 to go for the Cobras. Nicely done there by Dream
Absolutely,
to
because that
sneak that
was
in there. That was a
absolutely
dangerous
thread
pass,
the
but
needle there. Yeah,
man,
with
he got that in
double
there really
coverage.
nicely.
Exactly. Yeah, that was a great pass, great catch. So Dream's going to roll out to it. He's been trailed there. He's going to throw it up. Oh, and he just didn't throw it high enough, and it's going to be picked off by Craven. Craven's putting the moves down, and he's going to get taken down at the Bills' 29-yard line. He had three receivers back there. It looked like Craven was covering at least 2 to 3 receivers, and the ball was just thrown short right into the hands of Craven there.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. He did have a couple guys deeper, as you said, but as soon as that ball was thrown short, Creven and that whoever that safety was on the back end just jumped in front of it and were able to take it. So Craven does take the snap off the left side. He's got somebody down on the left. He does put it down to them. Good pass right there. That is going to be Jaden's spot that does get that pass. Takes it down to the 4-yard line. Nicely done. Easy pitch and catch there. Craven knew he had all kinds of room in front of him, so he did put it behind Jaden. Let him come get it. Don't mess with letting Trey come in and steal the ball away. Even if Jaden hadn't reacted, as the case was on the last one that did get picked off, it would have just fallen harmlessly to the ground. So good job on him for that. Takes this snap, rolls off to the right side, and instantly tries to get that quick corner pass off to Dante, but it looks like it might have been a little bit high and out of his reach. So that's going to be incomplete. Second and goal to go from the 4, excuse me.
Oh, and it looks like we've got a flag on the play. He's
Oh,
gonna,
okay.
he's gonna go ahead and
Yep.
stop the play, so it's gonna be a little bit of a late flag there, but better late than never, I guess. And again, that corner on that right hand side is he's just getting burned. Dante's able to just shoot off that ball right at the snap and just get that corner. So we'll sit here and we'll wait for just a second see what this flag is about.
Yeah, Zach, so the flags are real. Absolutely. I'm going to have to agree with you on that. It's good that the referees are trying to keep it fair, trying to do their job well, but, at some point you do kind of have to wonder, can we just let some of these go? So depending on what this may or may not be, um, just kind of let the game play out. We'll see exactly what Flo does call here. It's going to be another pass interference. Yeah, that's one that you definitely can't let go because, it does affect the ability of the Bills players to make the reception there. So that's going to be a half the distance to the goal as it was on the 4. Great math skills from everybody out there. Half of 4 is 2. So that's going to bring it up to the 2-yard line. First and goal to go from there for Creven and the Bills.
Thank you for that impromptu math lesson there.
Hey, man. Just letting you guys know. That's my calculus showing up big for me right there.
Craven's going to take the snap. He's going to roll to his right side looking for his receiver. He's just got 2 right there and just connects with him. Just easy touchdown there
Once
for
again,
Craven.
Dre and Dante sitting
Craven
down
turn
in the
around.
same exact spot that they did. Well, not in the same exact spot, but they both found the same exact hole in the defense, and they just kind of stood there and waited on the ball to reach them. And easy pitch, easy catch once again for that 2-yard score by Dre Quartz. That's going to be his second of the game, excuse me. And once Zany, assuming, does put this up and in, it'll be 51-0 with 4:57 left to go in the half.
And I have it cams around, but do we have cheerleaders on deck? All right, I don't see any over there. I do see some for the Mystic Bills. So the Bills looks like they do have some cheerleaders cheering for them. So we will have a little bit of a halftime show. So Hefe, make sure you get that streamed because apparently
Yes.
our fans like watching cheerleaders.
Yes, absolutely.
Well,
We'll make sure
what's
that
up with that?
we'll make sure our cheerleaders get their time on the screen for sure. While we
Absolutely.
wait on this next kick, look at our next sponsor. It's the shopping mall Gut Bucket. It's an interesting name. So we've got Gut Bucket as a themed 1950s throwback region. Gucci Bowling, I don't know what that is. Gucci Bowling, I don't know. Mall, a stunning areas to relax, dance, and hang out with friends. Some of SL's top designers, including Mad P, Meshworks, Moda, Sinful, Delirium Style, Hydra, Pomposity, 2013, Identity, Deadpool, Seven Deadly Skins, Deer, and many more. Beautiful and eye-catching for photography, blogging, and finally a small area to have a private wedding with a minister and full use of props. So that's Gut
And
Bucket.
now Mama V is definitely going to get an instant message about that one for later from that sponsor. About mispronunciations, but I wouldn't have got it either.
I
So
have no idea how
the
to say that word. I'm
oh, it's going to be
sorry.
a fumble and it's going to be recovered,
Yeah, that should be actually taken back. Well, I guess never mind because that would be an ineligible receiver there. He once
and he will
again
be able to
Yeah, once again
claim it.
threw that into the back of Herbert Mavendorf, who dropped too far back into his quarterback's face, made the catch, instantly fumbled it. Likely the Bills will just decline that, as that is a declinable penalty because the outcome of the play was, well, they got the ball back. So,
That's right. And from what I'm looking at, it looks like Herbert is max height. It looks like he's about right at about 8'5". So he should probably looking at dropping. If you're on the line, I highly recommend dropping your height down a little bit. It's a little secret, just so you can get that, get that pass. Like Herbert's taller than Dream, so
hmm
that
yeah,
can make
not
it a little difficult
Yeah,
there to
not
to, to,
it's gonna
to
make it
pass the ball
difficult
over his
for
head.
a quarterback because I mean if there's one thing that quarterbacks do get looked at as they move from especially college to the NFL, it is that height. It's always that question. Actually, the corner is gonna blitz for whatever reason off the left side of the formation, and that's gonna leave Jaden Spot completely
Wide
wide open
open.
on the left side. That's why you simply cannot bring a blitz against a team that is able to just get these passes off on you like that because it just leaves so much room for the team to work with. And Krevin instantly saw it and put it up to his guy Jaden, who took it in for the 20-yard touchdown.
Absolutely. The one that called that play is kicking himself right now for that. I don't know if it
hmm
was an individual call that said I'm rushing or if it was an external call, but whoever made that one is kicking himself right now for that, especially with the, turned into 7 points against him. So
Absolutely.
extra point is good. It's going to bring them to 58-0. The mercy rule should come into effect. We'll see if it does.
So we got another UFL sponsor here. The Designing SL logo, or the Designing SL, sorry, Designing SL is a feed especially for creators in Second Life, featuring new releases, vendor ads, and store information directly from the creators themselves, owned by Aliana Logan. There is no cost to join the feed or the in-world group. Sister feeds are Blogging SL for fashion bloggers, Hunting SL featuring media announcements and information on events in SL of all types, and Living SL featuring the blogs of residents who share information about SL. So the Designing SL, check them out. Make sure you guys give them a look if you are a creator, a blogger, or any of those aforementioned things.
So the kick is going to go out to the right hand side, the Cobra's left hand side. And it's going to bounce past Trey and go out the back of the end zone for a touch, or correction, for a touchback. And the Cobras will take over at the 20-yard line, lining up with a two running back setup again. Looks like they're pretty much their standard one that they've run all game, swapping it out for the trips there. Trey's on the left solo, Kane and Mako's on the right hand side. Just basically the same setup. And let's see what they'll do on this one. Dream's going to hand it off there. He's going to go to the backfield. He's kind of got some room on the right hand side, making his way up. Picks up 7 yards there. Gets tackled by Dante.
Nice run.
Absolutely. So I'm pretty sure he drew. I saw the Bills bite on that handoff when he went to the right. Or correction, when he went to the left. They shifted over to him, kind of opened that up on the right hand side. So that
Yep.
play, played out exactly how it should have played.
Yeah, those crossing handoffs, sometimes you got to be careful defensively because the possession circle does sometimes lag and take a while to switch over. So you just got to watch where the actual glow of the ball is, who has that ball in their
Absolutely, absolutely. So another
hand.
handoff there to Jasmine, but Jasmine's going to get taken down by Otis right there, right in the center with a gain of no yards. It's going to be 3rd and 3 at the Cobras 28, and this is going to be one of those crucial conversions, especially this far back. They've got a lot of green in front of them. If they want to get some points on the board, this is where they need to do it. So they're going to line up in a regular shotgun formation with Mato to the right-hand side as a running back. You got Trey and Jasmine on the left, Kane and Mako on the right-hand side. And, you've got Rico right there, just right there in the line of scrimmage, just tasting blood. So it's going to be a handoff. Mato, oh, he's going to get tackled by Dante. Dante's going to stop the rush up. So no yards gain on that one. It's going to bring them to a 4th and 3. So this is one of those situations where you say, either go for it, and if you throw an interception, it would be just like a pick, or I'm sorry, it'd be just like a punt, or you kick the ball and go and just punt it and play it safe. But it looks like they're going to actually go for it.
Yeah, the risky business for a team in the situation that the Cobras in is that they have been. Dream unfortunately has taken a lot of sacks today, so if he
That's
does take
right.
a sack, that can be really detrimental to the team. But hopefully he does get the opportunity to step back and just chuck it up 50 yards down the field, and hopefully one of his guys can make a play for him.
So he's going to take the snap, roll to the right. He's got some room. Oath is sprinting to cover that area. And
Oh,
it's, oh, man, and just missed the ball. Mako, the intended receiver there,
he
would
had a
have gotten
shot
a
at it.
first down,
That was a
but
good
it's
pass.
going
He
to be
had
a
a shot
turnover
at
on
it.
downs.
He's got to come up for with that one for his quarterback. That was a This is a must-have, which is unfortunate because it wasn't the chuck up that we imagined it being. But as a quarterback, you really got to take that pass because your guy's open and you got to give him a shot. So,
That's right. You got to put
uh,
faith in him. So Craven's going to take the snap, roll to the left, pump fake up, cross the line of scrimmage. He's gone, and we've got a player flying, and he's going to get ejected. I'm pretty sure Flo's going to be on that one. Who is that flying? That's Kane flying around. So but yep, there's the penalty. Oh man, that's a tough one there because it Flo makes it perfectly clear in the game in the beginning. Actually, all refs make it clear that if you fly, you will get ejected.
it's like Dante's bumping him just in case any of the refs miss that. I think they got it, Dante.
Yep, and from my insider information, it does look like that he is going to get ejected. Oh, and there's the referee announcement for the ejection as well. So tough call, or not tough call, but tough break.
Yeah.
You got to make sure that auto fly is off. Like I know we fly around all the time, during scrimmages we fly back and things like that. But when it's game time, I make sure I go in my settings and turn that fly off just in case I hit that F key that makes me fly. Just I don't want any shot of flying whatsoever.
hmm Especially when your team has only the 9, and now they're going to be forced to play a man down. It's a really unfortunate situation.
Absolutely.
Yep, there he goes. The ball's been put into play, and it looks like Dream's still on the sideline. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, he's coming back on now. So looks like we're ready to get this going again once again. So the Bills are going to take over first and goal to go from the 5-yard line. So yeah, it looks like everything's straightened out. Looks like Dream came back on. So they are going to be playing a man down. It looks like they're gonna like to not have a corner. And again, I don't agree with that because that opens up a whole side
Yeah,
of the
that's
field. Craven with the pump fake and then tosses it up over to the right side, over to Dante. He was wide open into that edge of the end zone there. He's going to take that in. Once again, another easy pass, another easy catch.
absolutely just it's that corner, man. He just pops it up, and there it is. That's one of the things I see a lot of these higher teams doing is they really exploit that corner pass
Yeah, if you don't pull off
because it's
that
really hard
ball,
as a defender. Yeah, it's
yeah,
really hard as a
there's
defender to
the
reach and grab that real fast.
yeah, any good any good defensive team, defensive technique wise, when you're inside of the red zone, you have to there's a couple things. Number one, you play the inside technique, but your first step always has to be out because you can't give up the slant as far as real life football is concerned, but you also have to take your first step out because if you don't as a cornerback, there's nobody else out there. You're the last guy, and that just makes it entirely too easy for the quarterback to just kind of lob it up there and let you go get it. As we see with some of these superstar receivers in the actual NFL. You got your Des Bryants and your Megatrons and things like that that can just go up there and just man mode it down. So just something to keep in mind for newer cornerbacks into the league. You always got to make sure you're pulling off that ball to the outside and don't give that quarterback that easy pitch and catch.
Absolutely, yeah. That's one thing I was going to, mention is, just pulling off that ball and just kind of, before the snap even happens, just blocking that outside. So the kick is going to be up, and they're just gonna let it
They're
bounce
just gonna
out.
let it
And
go.
yep. So
So
here,
our
go ahead.
one of our next UFL sponsors here is we talked about them a little bit before in conjunction with Blueberry there. We've got Combatant. Combatant is the first and still the lead innovator, high quality, 100% original mesh and clothing products aimed for the football community with NSL. We offer a wide range of products from jerseys, cleats, helmets, compression clothing, uniforms, hand warmers, gloves, and much more. Leave your mark. And that is Combatant. And that pass is going to unfortunately be picked off by Zaney of the Bills. He's moving off to his right side of the formation, trying to get a block. Finally does. Tries to cut back up into the middle. Got stumbled and finally brought down there by Jasmine Trice coming in there to clean up that stumble. So good job on her to be able to, keep him from getting directly into the end zone.
And the Bills back in phenomenal field position here from that interception there. Craven's going to set up the trips left, and it looks like the Bills are being merciful, and they have taken a player out. Oh, I take that back. They're bringing him back in now. I thought they were going to be nice and bring a player out to make it 8 versus 8, but it does not look like this happened. Craven is dropping to the left, and it's going to be a dead ball penalty. I was about to say that is really nice of Craven to do that, but it looks like the penalty is going to be a false start penalty on the away team. That's going to bring him back 5 yards, but I don't think that'll be too big of an issue for Craven and his team. Are you still with me, Hefe?
Yeah, sorry, I was reading something in the UFL Dolphins Facebook.
Oh, okay, okay. Because I looked at the stream and the stream had the circle. I'm like, oh man, did Hefe crash?
Yeah, no, no, no. Sorry, I was reading something. So Crevin's going to take the snap, rolls off to the left side again without that corner. Jaden's got the sideline all alone to work with. Crevin actually throws a really, really bad ball there, and Jaden tried to cut back and get it, but he was unable to. So that's going to fall harmlessly to the ground, 2nd and 15 to go.
And it looked like that defender was really trying to hustle over there to
Yeah.
get that ball, but just couldn't get there in time for the interception there.
Yeah, playing without that corner over there is really bad. So it looks like they're going to go ahead and switch it up here. They're going to elect to go without the middle linebacker, bringing him out, or that's going to be Jasmine actually taking over that cornerback. So hopefully that edge isn't just completely wide open this time. Crevin does take the snap, rolls off to that left side. As far as running room, he's got all day if he wants it, but he's going to just stop and look for somebody to throw it to. Chucks it up into the end zone. He's got his guy, Jaden Spot, standing there next to Trey Steele, and he's going to go ahead and get that catch for his quarterback. Brings it down, secured that touchdown. Good job on Jaden catching over number 81 there, Trey Steele. So after that field goal, it's going to bring it to 72-0. With a minute 15 still to go in the half, and as an update, it does not look like the play clock is running, so this is going to definitely be a very, very long game today.
Absolutely, and I had to see what you were looking at, so I went and checked out that post as well.
Yeah.
So the kick is up. It's going to bounce, and once again, is it going to make it? Oh nope, he is going to have to return it. Nope, he's going to run out the back of the end zone, make it a touch back. I forgot how to word again. So it looks like Dream's going to take it back over with his Cobras at the 20-yard line. They're going to set up in the two running back formation again. It's kind of their standard right now. And it looks like the missing player is going to be the right receiver. I don't know if I think I would pull one of my running backs possibly, depending on if he's getting them to block. But I haven't seen much blocking happen from them either. So this will be interesting to see actually how this plays out. It looks like he's going to take his time. I don't know if the clock is actually running right now. I don't believe it is. But with a minute 4 to go in the half. Yep, and there's the delay of game that was coming up.
I'm sorry. I may or may not have had my mic muted. I had a fit of coughing, so I muted it and forgot to unmute it. But yeah, no, the play clock wouldn't be running there, or the game clock rather, only the play clock as it was a change of possession. But yeah, no, I'm in agreement with you there. If you have those two running backs behind you in the backfield, or with you rather in the backfield, the really only reason for that, if you're trying to pass it, which 72-0, you imagine they are trying to pass it, um, would be to block. But if they're not going to block, then pulling them 5 yards off the line is just making it longer for them to actually get down the field and get open. So I'm kind of confused as to what the thought process is for the Cobras on this, on this using this set. But they know what they like to do, and that's what they're gonna do anyway. Looks like they're gonna take a timeout here, are the Cobras? Maybe they're gonna try to TP in another one of their players. Oh, Flo is gonna flag Dream here for sitting down on the field.
Oh man, and he's going to give him a warning for that one. So, well, I don't know if he called it twice or he was just correcting it, but it got a personal foul home team, personal foul away
Yeah,
team.
I was kind of confused on that too.
It's the only downside of the setup that we have going right now. We cannot hear in game what's going on the other side.
Right.
And I don't recall, I'm pretty sure in the CFL we couldn't hear it either. I don't remember though. I almost remember being able to hear. I
No.
cannot remember. I can't recall.
I know I wasn't able to, because I had always, whenever I commentated, I turned my sound to my avatar position as opposed to my camera position, so it always plays sound from, back in the booth, even though I was cammed in over the field.
Right. And yeah, and Blackheart, the reason you were able to hear the referee during the tournament is we didn't have the second sim set up yet. So
Yeah.
the commentator booth was actually on the football sim. So that's why you could hear everything that was going on. So now it's we've got it split to two separate sims now. So
Yep. So he is gonna go ahead and.
so
Oh.
it's and a big sack for a loss of 10 by Jaden. Jaden just shoots in there with no blocks and just demolishes Dream.
Not entirely sure what has going on with the field right now, but it says it's 1st and 10 after that loss.
You're right.
That's wrong. So give Flo a second to get that fixed. I'm not sure what happened there, but I'm sure he'll be able to get it. Just run the playback real quick and get it set right.
So with a minute 4 still left in the game, the Bills lead over the Cobras 72-0, and it has been a pretty much Bills dominant game. They have led both defensive and offensive, on both sides with interceptions, sacks,
Hmm.
safeties. They have just been rolling.
Definitely.
Uh, It's gonna be a minute and four in the half. I apologize if I said game.
Feels like the game, but not necessarily just yet. It's only going to be the end of the half.
All right, Dream's gonna take the snap
Oh
and he's gonna
wow.
roll up and he's gonna get through a quick little hole there and not a bad little pickup. Still behind the sticks, but he's gonna pick up 6 yards. It's gonna bring it to third and 19 at the Cobras 11-yard line. So not a bad way to get out of the end zone there to prevent a safety happening.
Yeah, that was a really nice little move. He had to kind of cut by one of the Bills defenders that came almost unblocked, snuck in right behind him and was able to get up there before Crevin was able to make the stop 6 yards later. Threw that right to Zaney. It's an easy pick for Zaney there. He's going to take the ball down the left side of the field. He's going to make a cut and pick up a few blocks on the way, and that's going to get him all the way down into the end zone. Nice little juke move there by Zaney, and he's going to get his little touchdown dance in right now. So we'll go ahead and give him his time in the spotlight. Maybe he should join the Mystic Bills cheerleaders during the half here and, help them out.
Don't give him any ideas. And I had a thought about our lovely Dolphins that we should take the spotlight for the cheerleaders and get out there and do our own little dance, the players. So
So,
the extra point is good,
absolutely.
79-0.
Yep,
And
exactly.
something was brought up just a second ago. The mercy rule should be in effect, and a timeout was called earlier. Timeout should not be able to be called during during the mercy rule being in effect. So I'm
Yeah, it's questionable
not
for
quite
sure.
sure. Yeah, so I don't know if Flo's enforcing it. Looks like I'm getting an IM from Flo right now.
All right, so our next sponsor we've got here for the UFL, we've got Hydra. Hydra will find an array of modern, urban, trendy fashion footwear and accessories for both men and women. We feature mostly mesh products, but also have a pliers-based clothing for the mesh bodies for the ladies as well. We offer our VIPs 300 lindens of in-store credit every month, regular gifts, lotteries, and much more. So that is Hydra. Make sure you guys check them out. Again, check out all of our sponsors. They're out here and they're providing, some of the money that we need to run the Sims, to keep the UFL up and running and to allow us to all play these games. So make sure you guys, when you're out there shopping and you're looking to go to a store, check these stores out first and make sure that you try to support these guys and help them out for supporting us.
Absolutely. Big shout out to our sponsors. Thank you for sponsoring, doing what you do for us. So, Dream's going to take the snap, kind of shuffle his way up. He's going to pick up 4 yards, tackled by Dante. And it looks like, from what I'm being told, is the mercy rule is actually not able to be in effect right now. Our referee Flo cannot get the time clock to continuously play.
But he
So
should
looks
be
like
able
we're
to
gonna.
disallow teams from calling timeouts as he did in our game.
Agreed, agreed.
He did inform us that when our the mercy rule did come into effect, uh, there would we would not be allowed to use our timeouts. Regardless, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna close off my mic and everything, and I'm gonna put the stream on over to the ladies, the Mystic Bills over here, getting ready to do their routine, and then we'll be back as soon as they're done.
Sound muted. Sound resumed.
So, shout out to our Mystic Bills cheerleaders. Well done. Good job there. Also want to shout out to little Blaze Taco Vella over here. Just hanging out in the back UFL area over there with little Cameron Cora and sniped a helmet. Looking fly for a white guy. Wonder if Tom's back yet. If you guys give me just a minute, I'm gonna close the go ahead and close off the stream for just a second. I'm gonna blank the screen out because there's an IM I have to attend to for a second, so bear with me. All right.
Alrighty, and I am back.
Welcome back, little Tom. Sorry, I had my shit muted or my mic muted again. Sorry.
Oh, good. Looks like we have a random person on the dancing with the cheerleaders there. Nez Dark Fury. I don't know if that's planned or if he's about to get the ejection there.
I don't know. Maybe I'll go join him. Jump up in front too. Looks like he's got a. I was gonna say maybe he has like a Bills attire on, but it's just purple, like wording. So I don't know. So yeah, this is a really nice sim. Whoever took their time to like, put this up and build this and stuff, did a really good job. So we got Ashland and Darian over here hanging out. Darian drinking. I don't know what he's drinking. Looks like maybe some iced coffee. I don't know how that is. He said earlier
As
we
if
got
he's
a
drinking a beer, bring us
little
one, please. Or two.
little Cammy Cam, little Cameron hat, Cameron Cora, and his Dolphins swag. But oh, and look, he has the Dolphins cleats. I wonder how that works out. I'm just saying. And I'm crashing. Captain and Coke. Darian's drinking Captain and Coke. I feel you, D. Should I'm crashing again. That's how awesome Mishy's shoes are. Her cleats are. They crashed my viewer, I swear. Captain and Coke does sound wonderful right about now. Get through this second half.
And I'm sitting there talking, but I am not keyed up whatsoever. Wow. I pulled a Jeff.
Oh.
Oh, so we got, looking Cam, got that swag over there, and I wonder where he got those cleats from. I may have to talk to the guy that he knows. Maybe he knows a guy that knows a guy, because
Yeah, because I'm not alright with this, with not
those
having
cleats look
those.
those cleats look pretty sick there. Maybe I can get some radioactive ones, because that I've been molting for a while. And it looks like Nez is still on the platform dancing with the cheerleaders. And he's got some pom-poms now. Gonna have to hire some security for these games. Looks like.
Oh, look, there's little Matt Asadar. Look at that guy. What a beard. What a beard on that man. Got V hanging out. Told me earlier she's feeling a lot better, so that's good. Glad to hear
Well, that's good
she's
because she was
feeling
definitely sounding
better.
like the Crypt Keeper
Oh man, it was
earlier
bad.
this.
It was
Yeah,
bad.
V sounded bad, and then she stole my office, Jeff. She stole my office back there in the headquarters building.
Alright, so it looks like the Bills are back out onto the field, as are the Cobras, ready to get this second half underway. If I could control my camera at some point today, that would be great. And hi, Mishy. I missed your message initially, but hello. How are you? So it looks like that kick is going to go up and out the left side of the end zone of the Cobras once again, as it generally has been on these kickoffs. Lands harmlessly out the back for another touchback. Cobras ready to take over for the second half on their own 20-yard line. And it looks like they are going to go with the 5 wide receiver set this time. Of course, one person down, so one of those receivers won't be there. But hopefully this will allow some of their receivers to get open a little bit quicker as opposed to having them in the backfield along with Dream and give them some more options. So he takes the snap, does Dream, looks to throw it off to the left side of the formation. He tosses it up, but that's going to fall incomplete. Dre Quartz providing the coverage there. I couldn't tell who the intended receiver was. It was number 47, it looks like. I'm not getting a name popping up on him right now. And that would be Mato. So he had his guy, he was there, but Dre definitely all over it. Forced the pass to go a little bit higher than Dream had initially intended. And so it falls incomplete, 2nd and 10 to go. Wondering if we lost Tom again.
Nope, I am here. I'm just taking some medication here.
Okay.
I got to take it with food, so I'm
No
having
worries, man. No worries. So Dream's going to take
Yep.
the snap, rolls off to the right side, chucks it up over, back across to the left side.
Intercepted.
Right there to take that ball away. And that's going to be his 2nd interception, I do believe, of the game. And he's going to be happy with that. So that's going to be Bills taking over deep in Cobra territory on their 19-yard line.
And it looks like we do have a flag on the play. Flo is coming up. Pass interference. Ooh.
And that's going to be enforced actually on the Cobras, who are the home team. So
Yeah,
Bills
so
will
they're
be
probably
happy
going to
just
decline that one.
that,
Yep.
yeah, and take the ball right where it stands.
That's when you kind of come out as a ref and just say, hey, look, this is the penalty. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you're going to decline it, but I got to ask you.
Yeah, for sure.
So Flo, with the correct click, if you read on the field announcers, is the ball in play, game clock is running. That's the button you use to override the field controls to force the mercy rule. And I just checked, and the clock was not running yet.
Yeah,
So
no, it wasn't.
something's up. So the pass is up through the end zone. Pater with the reception. It's going to be a touchdown for the 19-yard touchdown. It's going to bring the score to 85-0, and that's going to be Pater first time to shine tonight in the end zone there.
Yeah, Crevin had a group of about 3 or 4 receivers just kind of standing in the middle, so it was a pretty easy decision to make for him.
So it's kind of a jump ball between your own
Yeah.
teammates, huh?
Yeah, he said here, fight for it.
I don't know any other team that does that.
No, not at all.
Oh, mm-mm. So the extra point is good. It's going to bring the Bills to 86 over the Cobras 0. And as a referee, just makes me jump out of my skin as he flies in front of my camera view. Good grief!
Mishi, did you miss the blueberry input there? You know, when I did your ad, it's gonna make me sad if you did, because I put a lot of effort into it. So that kickoff is going to once again go out the back of the end zone for another touchback. Cobras will take over on their own 20. Dream going to hopefully get out here and not toss another interception. And they actually like to go with that 2 running back shotgun set once again. So there's a really late dead ball penalty coming in right now. So we'll see what the call is on that. I can't redo it, Mishi. That's not fair. You'll have to just pay attention next time. I don't know what to tell you. So it's going to be an offsides call against the Bills. So they're going to have to back that ball up 5 yards, and they're going to just do a re-kick here. And that 5 yards is actually pretty big, because that means unless Zany hits a 100% sprint on the kickoff, it will not bounce out of the end zone unless he gets a really lucky kind of bounce on a 95%er. But generally speaking, unless you get 100% with sprint after any kind of penalty on the kickoff, it's not going to go out the back. So this may give Trey the opportunity to pick the ball up and get some good yards. Yes, Mishi, it is. So that is the kick, and that's actually going to be Mato that comes up with a kick. It dropped a little low there, so a really short kick by Zany. He takes it up into the middle of the field, gets some really nice yardage. He's going to take it up all the way to the 32-yard line, so they're going to have some really nice field position to start with here.
Absolutely, it's going to be some of the best field positions that they had so far on a